We're joined by Coach Darin Grover. Coach, how you doing today, sir? Of course, had a session a moment ago about off-season, how things played out. Now we get to get into the real you as far as that goes, because for people that don't know you, obviously us working together, and you and I have actually known one another longer than this, time that we've had the Southeastern Sports Network. One thing that is a characteristic of yours, you have a very strict regimen of how you like things done. Like your itinerary on road trips, it is boom, boom, boom. All the dots are connected. Obviously, right now, there are no dots, and there's just one giant scribbly mark on a piece of paper is what's going on. So I'm kind of curious, how are you holding up in this? I mean, what have you been able to do?
You better ask my wife how she's holding up on this, because I'm spending a lot more time at home than I usually, and I'm antsy and I need to go do something. The office is an escape. I can go there, and so I'm an organized, regimented, by the minute on a lot of things. Our practice schedules, I rarely go off of that kind of stuff. So I need structure. I need all that. I don't have any structure right now, so I'm trying to make the best out of it. You better check with her, because she's the one that's going to drive it.
She's the one that's dealing with it the most?
Yeah.
So, and your assistant, Sammy Jo Cotton-Black, had said this to me in the past. Of course, this past year was a great season. The year prior was one of those seasons where just injuries mounted and everything else. And you're not really the type of guy that has that thing to get away. Like for me, it's golf. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, this afternoon, I'm literally going to go try to smash a golf ball 400,000 feet just to get away from whatever this is. But you're not that type of guy. So, I mean, to my knowledge, you don't have any outlets like that, do you? Do you have something I don't know about?
I like to do yard work, that kind of stuff. But
sweet, I'll give you my address. You can go mow my yard.
The golf thing. The problem with that is it takes 4 hours to go through a round of golf. So on a Sunday, when I finally get, Sunday is usually our day off. During the season, you're going 6 days, you get Sunday off. I can't really rationalize going and playing golf for 4 hours, and then we say it's a day off. It's a day off for our players, but we got to start working on the next game. So it's basketball is a grind. We're talking about 5 months of hooked up in the season, ready to doing things. It's hard for me to go ahead and go do that and rationalize getting away that long, whether it's golf or whether it's some other hobby. It would be healthier if I had a hobby. I worked for two different guys that didn't have hobbies either. And as soon as they got done with coaching, and I'm talking about once they retired, they went to golf. So I'm thinking that's probably going to play out in my life.
Just down the road a little bit. Now, I was telling Bob this as Bob is in day 3 of self-quarantine. I picture him literally right now still in his pajamas, probably eating that nasty processed popcorn and apparently binge watching Star Trek Enterprise, from what he told me earlier today. A lot of psychologists, and I had this conversation with someone the other day about, one of the non-essential employees. I'm like, what are you going to do? And they're like, oh, well, I'm going to sleep till noon, which I get for a day or two. But a lot of psychologists say you need to keep some form of habit. You need to, for you, with you not having the coaching aspect, and you're not able to recruit right now either, are you?
Well, we can text, and we can.
You can do little things.
Yeah, we can call on the phone. We can text. They can't come to us. We can't go to them. We can watch film. I mean, I probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 emails a day with film attached from players. And during when we're working, at the office, sometimes it's hard to get through all that stuff. But I've got online classes that I'm teaching right now. Yeah. So there's plenty of things to fill your day.
I forget about that, because while school is out, it's really not out. Everything's just moved to an online presence. So I didn't quite think about that. Now, the one thing, and you and I have had this discussion before, and I'm kind of curious, and either one of us, this would be actually a question maybe to ask business owners, but I think at times the student population in Durant is sometimes overlooked. And I think we're seeing that from a financial standpoint right now, because most of these kids are literally back home doing these classes online. I mean, why pay rent when you can be at home with mom and dad? How weird has that been for you? Because I know you obviously interact with your players daily, you interact with students daily. How weird has that been for you not to have that in your everyday life right now?
Well, you're talking about the student population, 600 to 700 kids on campus that lived on campus, not counting the ones that were in apartments, houses, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think that it feels, if you drive by campus, it's dead. And so you quickly go into almost summer mode when you're in March. And for us, from an interaction standpoint, we have to, at the end of the season, we have to, by NCAA rules, we have to give our kids 2 weeks off. Well, this would have been the second week of that 2 weeks off. So we wouldn't have had a lot of interaction with our kids, but we would have seen them on a daily basis just coming by the office. It's Monday that we would start having some off-season workouts.
Yeah.
They would be with our strength coaches doing their weight stuff, and then they would be doing with us doing basketball stuff. That's where it really is going to hit next week. And then the other side of it is we would start having recruits come in, and they would be visiting. They would be playing with our team, because they're allowed to do that basically in a tryout situation. So that's where we're going to spend a all of April, and basically all of April, where we don't have that, and then we're not going to see them again until August.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's going to be a challenge for us.
Again, talking with Coach Darin Grover, head women's basketball coach at Southeastern Oklahoma State. Coming up, we got a quick commercial break. We got a song, and we've got more with Coach. We've got Andy Grammer coming up after this on Texas Best Music Mix 96.1.
You go to 10 o'clock. Is that what you do? Yeah.